Work? Did it work? Sorry for the delay. Should just make this 9:30. Always easier. Dun 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 dun. Hey everybody! All right, good. I think we're live. Sorry, my YouTube's not up. Where is it? There we go. And does it say we're live?
Yeah,
This will all be cut. This will all be cut out, so don't worry. All right, we are live. Yes! All right, guys. I'm just pouring myself a drink. And, why does it say we're an hour and a half in? Wait, am I in the wrong one?
Maybe. I mean, I see the countdown.
YouTube is so weird. There it goes. Okay, good. All right. It says we're an hour. It's an hour and a half long stream. What? I don't know. Weird. It's telling me it's been an hour already, but that's not possible. Anyway, sorry guys, we're here, we're live. We're gonna just hang with you guys tonight. Please help us. Send over your topics, your support. It's been a crazy time for everybody. Tonight we're gonna talk about this new masks don't need to be in movie theaters. What does that mean? Is coronavirus done? Sorry, Bud Light done? I don't know what's going on, man. Nobody knows what's going on anymore. So we're just going to go off the rails tonight. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about movies. We're going to distract, but we're just going to talk about it all. So share your thoughts, your comments. Join us. It's going to go off the rails. I'm getting some booze.
Can't see the camera, right?
No, yeah, I can't see the camera. Oh, nice.
In case, Andy. Just in case.
Ooh.
So.
You guys are co-hosts. While I step away, now I can, if Steph shows up, you can let her in.
You know how to let someone in?
Yeah, I think so. If it shows like that, it's like, it should show in the participants area. And then that they're waiting. Like a doctor. You have them in a waiting room. Dr. Damien.
I am not a doctor. Actually, you know what? If I was going to be a doctor, I'd be Dr. Strange Bottom or something. Coming with a crazy name. There we go.
And what, it'll be a proctologist?
Hey, Stephanie.
Hello,
What up?
guys. What up? How do you?
We do good.
Is it cold
What
on
have you
it?
guys been up to since last time I saw you?
Same old work. Playing a little bit of games, Mortal Kombat, nothing, and picking out my hair. That's it.
I've been writing
Okay.
and looking at Andy's fantastic demo reel and figuring out how to use that to our mutual advantages.
Ooh, top secret.
Top secret stuff. That'll be awesome. Just,
We have all-
just to ask though, does everyone like the new camera situation going on at my end?
Oh, I'm saving it for air. Look at this. Bam.
Wow.
Wow,
That's actually a good mix right there.
Is
that coconut rum?
Malibu?
Oh, dude,
Nice.
we're about to be live. Just woo! All right, did everyone tweet it out? Shh. Let's go make sure I retweeted. No, we are live. Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nerd Wars. I'm here. I don't want to I'm inside. I'm so confused. Am I supposed to wear this or not, guys? I don't know anymore. Why is everything going to hell? I have no idea what's happening in the world. Every day I'm on social media, I want to just punch somebody. Is anyone else feeling this? Is anyone else feeling on social media? It's just like we just are stuck, and then there's nothing really happening, and we're like, F it, we're going to make stuff happen, and then suddenly you just end up doing the scroll, and you just go like, let's just try and unwind, shall we, guys? I'm so happy because I got 3 of my favorite people to unwind with. Guys, Damien, Adon, and Steph. What's up, gang?
What's up, everybody?
What's
Hey,
up?
guys.
Are you guys
What's
feeling
up?
it too? Is it feeling like crazy out there, or is it just me?
You can't write this, man. I even if I tried, you couldn't write this insanity. If you put this many things into a film, it wouldn't be like, it's too plot heavy. There's too many things happening. This is fake.
Focus on one thing only, please.
Seriously. Oh my God, it is wild because 2020 has been a year. It's been such a year so far. I guess are we about to be halfway? Right, 6 months in, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Oh, guys, I don't know about you, but so Steph. First of all, I got to thank Steph. Congrats on the new setup. Look at this big Bertha setup. She got an awesome new camera. Hold on, let me go to the speaker view so we can see it more officially. There you go. Yeah, it's looking good. Nice work.
Hi.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Becoming a
Yes.
streamer.
Oh, it's it's interesting. I never thought I'd be in like this situation, but
Yeah, and it's also
why the
like,
heck not? Go big or go home.
that's what I say. Plus, it's like in the middle of the night over there for her in sunny old England. Gloomy old. What is
Oh,
it?
it's gloomy old England at the
Yeah,
moment.
it's very gloomy.
But,
There's no sense.
yeah, that's why my voice is a little bit low because my partner's asleep. So yeah,
There you go. We'll keep her quiet, but we'll get loud. We'll get loud for you.
you can get loud for me.
We will get loud. All right, and then Damien, can we share what's going on with you tomorrow? You have a cool thing happening tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Tell
Yeah.
me. I'm gonna make a drink. Look, I'm gonna make a drink here. I got my frozen hurricane cocktail. While you talk, I'm gonna make a beverage. Go ahead, Damien. Tell them about what's happening.
So tomorrow, if you happen to be in the Tampa Bay area, there will be finally I will be premiering the short film The Other Side, and it's going to be a live premiere. It was kind of a premiere and a wrap party, so crew will be there, and a bunch of friends and family will be there, and some other people will be there. And the good thing is that we're getting really, really close to being able to announce that we're going to probably go into a feature, and it's going to go into pre-production. So I'm excited. It's been a long time coming. A lot of stuff has been developing. So
Yeah, guys,
finally
he's
getting
been
there.
working on this for a while. I'm so excited, and I'm excited to see it. I've been avoiding seeing it just so I could watch it on the big screen. So bravo, man! I'm excited tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know how it is when we got more. I'm making a drink so I can cheers to you. Hold on, I'm adding. So I made these amazing frozen drinks. You can buy them for like a couple bucks, but I always add a little extra to water it down. Oh shoot! Some nice Malibu. And cheers to the other side,
was
man.
good.
How about to
Thank
getting
you.
us all to the other side?
To the other
Yeah,
side.
I know, right?
Please, to the other side. Oh my
The other
God!
side.
Well, there's everybody. Cheers! We're all cheersing to everyone out there to the other side. Whatever you got, water, soda. You don't have to drink booze. But tonight's my night. I'm just gonna have a drink. Don, how are you doing, my man? What's up with your world?
Just doing fine. Work, getting ready, picking out my hair, getting ready for hopefully conventions coming up and getting costumes set up for that.
That's right. We're supposed to go to a convention in like 2 weeks. Tampa Bay Comic-Con. We're supposed to be there. I guess I got a couple panels. I don't know if I'm allowed to say when yet. They're not the best times. Kind of annoyed by times, but hey, we're gonna make it work. If anybody's in the Tampa area, hit us up. We'll get you the info. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
This is Bane, so I can wear a mask. And I can talk like this.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I was gonna go as a Taskmaster. Still
Yeah.
There you
mask.
go.
Creative mask cosplay. It's smart. We all have to figure out how we're going to be. Sorry, let's get to this topic. So we got all you here. We've all caught up, and you guys, please, you can dictate how this is going to go. I have some stories. We'll talk to you. We're going to be here hanging out, just trying to distract you tonight on your Thursday. But I want to talk about this new story. I think, is my system working now? Hold on, let me go. Oh, I did it wrong. There it is. Okay. I have to fix that. Something happened. AMC unveiled plans to reopen during the Bud Light. For those who forget, that's what we call this, because I don't even know if YouTube lets us do it now. But anyway, they are planning to resume operation in 450 of the locations on July 15th and expect to be almost fully operational by the time that Mulan debuts on July 24th, which which is crazy that Mulan's. I'll believe it when I see it. And Warner Brothers Tenet will bow. The week later. So Mulan would even get a week during this. It's so weird. So we'll talk about whether this is a good idea. And then Tenet's supposed to come out the 31st. As part of the new process, AMC is reducing its seating capacity in order to help people social distance, and is implementing new cleaning procedures, placing hand sanitizer stations throughout its theaters, and encouraging contactless and cash-free concessions. Oh, so it'll just be sitting out. That's great. Even better. A bunch of popcorn just sitting there that you can grab at the people have coughed on. We didn't rush to reopen. Yeah, because you didn't have a choice. AMC said in an interview with Variety, there are just some jurisdictions in some states, such as Georgia and Texas, that have allowed people to reopen theaters in mid-May. We opted to remain closed so we could give the country a time to get better handle on the Bud Light and also get movies. We wanted to use this time to figure out how to best open and do it safely. Where's the point? I'm just trying to get to the point. Blah, 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 blah. In my heart of hearts, I think we can manage through the crisis. There's no guarantees, and nobody knows what Bud Light looks like in the winter, or how long this will take to get a vaccine. But I'll tell you, if we're very able to have a management team, we're going to make it whatever. They will not mandate. Here's the big part. AMC will not mandate that all guests wear masks, although employees will be required to do so, nor will AMC perform temperature checks on customers, though it will monitor its employees' temperatures and have them undergo screenings for signs of Bud Light. The situation will be different in states and cities that require residents to wear a mask when they're public, but Aaron says the AMC was very weary of wading into a public health issue that has become politicized. Let's be honest, it has. It's absolutely become politicized. We'll probably hear some of it in the comments or as we fight this. We didn't want to be drawn into political controversy. We thought it might be counterproductive if we forced mask wearing on those people who believe strongly that that is not necessary. We think that the vast majority of AMC guests will be wearing masks. When I go to AMC Feature, I will certainly be wearing a mask and leading by example. They'll also be selling masks for $1 for people who forget to bring them. Both Cinemark and Regal are encouraging guests to wear masks, but not requiring it in states and areas where it's not mandated. So, look, the bottom line there is the fact that I guess that's the right thing. People should have the choice to do what they want unless it's mandated by the state to do it. And we should say right out the gate, please, clearly, none of us are doctors. Okay, everybody? We don't know what the F's happening on. We are going to speculate and make our own opinions just like everybody is doing. So please take that with a grain of salt. We're just 3-4 people here talking. Do not take anything we say as it's fact. We are not health professionals or doctors in any stretch of the imagination, but we're movie lovers and we got to talk about what do we think. Are we going to go out into these theaters? Does this make us want to go back more or less, that they're not even going to require masks? Here in Tampa, where I live, they just made it mandated that you have to wear it everywhere you go in the city. So it's changing case by case, and that's because Florida is now spiking crazily. The cases are going up, and what that means. Anyway, I don't even know what any of this means. That's the bottom line. So I'm curious, you guys in the comments, you guys here, who wants to lead us? Does anyone feel passionate about this issue of, Damon, you were clapping. Let's go there. You were clapping because you're saying, yes, you know what? Make it my decision. Why do you think that way?
Well, first, I think everyone needs to be responsible for their own health and how they're taking care of themselves out in public. I don't really believe that we're in a situation, as much as the COVID has spiked, and that's not really due to people not wearing masks as much as people were gathering together to make their statements and expressing their right to gather. But even with masks, the COVID's, the Bud Light spiked. So here's the thing. Even if you look online and you look at medical, I'm not a doctor, but if you look online and you look at medical journals and stuff like that, and you talk about the masks themselves, they're there to make sure that you, as a person who may possibly have it, don't spread it to someone else. The problem is that a lot of people are wearing, they're wearing bandanas, and they're wearing bandanas like this, and they're wearing bandanas like this, and and homemade masks. They're not even wearing masks that would actually prevent anything. So the issue is bigger than the mask. The mask is a false sense of security, in my opinion, because a lot of people, what are they doing? They're in the theater, and they now have to pull their mask down to eat popcorn. They have to pull their mask down to drink soda. They have to pull their mask down to do nachos. Guess what? Every time they do that, run the risk of exposing anybody and everybody. So it's either you go into the theater understanding that, hey, if someone in row 3 rows behind you coughs, either they just cough because the popcorn went down the wrong pipe, or they cough because they're with COVID, and you're just gonna have to run that risk and just sanitize the back of your head or something. That's just the reality that we live in. If you're gonna go out in public, you're taking a risk with a mask or without a mask, so you have to be aware that you have to accept that. And then forcing someone to wear a mask isn't gonna make it or break it. So I applaud them for saying, hey, it's your right. You're grown people. You're grown adults. Make your choice. Be smart about it, and go from that. That's my personal opinion. That's why I applaud them, that they didn't get drawn into this you have to wear a mask thing, because it's not going to help anybody.
Don, any thoughts on this?
Yes, he's wrong. So I look at it this way, and I'm okay with it being a requirement for people to get out there and wear the mask. And the reason being is, even if it just helps 1% reduce the numbers of likelihood of getting people infected, and not even saying yourself, for the other people that are around you from being infected, then it's worth it. Because that's the issue. It's a mass infection. It's spreading like wildfire in many different cases, and it's getting it under control. That's the biggest factor. And yes, I don't disagree about the fact that one of the bigger issues is people not doing the right thing. But that goes into the same thing with, like, people don't wash their hands, like etiquettes and how they're supposed to handle themselves. This forces that aspect in the sense that, well, if they're wearing it wrong, they're partly wearing it. It's better than not wearing it. If they're wearing a mask that's maybe not the official mask, maybe the other person will at least adhere and say, okay, I'm not going to I'm going to keep a little bit more of a distance between this person here. You're kind of subliminally giving them that message: keep a distance, keep away. And that's one of the biggest factors. It's not all just me being right, like spreading out my germs through my mouth. It's also that distancing factor in between each other. I know plenty of people that have to do their work out in the public, and during the time when we had businesses closed out, but they still had to work and they had to interact with public. And I personally know people that got infected because of that, because the people that they would associate with, that were the general public, wouldn't wear masks. They had to wear masks, but they wouldn't wear masks. They would not practice common social distancing and everything, but they still had to do their jobs. And then that infection will carry over to them. They're okay now, but still, this is something that happens. So if you eliminate the stupidity, the genius comes in.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, basically eliminate the stupidity. All right, I want to go to Steph, who's been sitting there. How is it for you out there in different country altogether? How does it feel for you?
It's just is what it is. I just take each day as it comes. It's starting to lift a little bit in terms of the quarantine and the lockdown. We're finding that shops are starting to open now, but it's very strict. Only certain amount of people to be in the shop at any one time, to still keep to the 2-meter rule. You've got shops like I think the equivalent that I can say to you that you'll understand is like JC Penney. You could be waiting for over an hour to get into that because the queues are that long at the moment. Everything's starting to open up, but it's slowly but surely. We're finding that in some parts of the UK, with everything opening up, the rate of infection is going up, and in others it's either stabilising or going down. But phase 2 of all this is having a task force that comes together that says, okay, when there is a localised flare up, that task force goes to that region straight away and slaps it down like no tomorrow. Now, in terms of what Damien said, I do have a few rebuttals because, no disrespect, I completely disagree with you.
Okay.
This is why. We're not only responsible for our own health, but that of others, especially with a pandemic like this at the moment that's highly contagious. I would feel completely, absolutely guilty and wrecked if I was a carrier that was asymptomatic and I gave it to someone who ultimately died from it, that would rip me up to no end. Now, you mentioned the logistics of eating popcorn and drinking your soda and whatnot, but I'm sorry, that's a small price to pay for a slight inconvenience of being able to go to the movies, as far as I'm concerned. I know it's part of the experience, don't get me wrong, but watch the movie, eat your damn popcorn afterwards when you're in the car or something. I don't know, but do that. The not wearing the right masks, yeah, that'll be one reason why you think, well, what's the point in people because wearing the masks, because they're not wearing the right masks and they're not wearing it properly. That's an educational issue. People need to be educated on the types of masks that need to be worn, and how to wear them, because at the end of the day, it's not, there's no surprise. You guys are number one, winning when it comes to number of deaths of COVID-19 and the number of infections of COVID-19. You guys get the gold star for that. And yeah, over 3.8 million infected.
So here's
well,
the
and
point,
just to say though, to add it, because thank you, and we'll do a broad thing, because I don't want to make the whole stream about this, because we're hearing it all day, and I don't mean, it's affecting us now because it's like movie theaters, right? And I'm just like, I was kind of like, oh, okay, I want to go, and then, but Ashley just said it interesting too. She's like, we get daily recommendations at work on how to stop spread. Information is constantly changing. The more we find out, and that's my problem too. It's like, yes, but like every day it's changing, and then our leaders don't really want to say one way or the other because it has become political. Let's be honest. The not wearing a mask is definitely, I know a lot of conservative friends and they're all like, I'm not wearing a mask, screw you, like it's a conspiracy. And so, and it doesn't help that Trump and all these people are just like, you don't have to wear the mask, we're not wearing masks. And then you have people, on the other side, doctors like, no, you should really wear the mask. So look, I don't even know anymore, right? That's what's so frustrating, because we're getting so much information. But I agree with Adon and Steph. It's like, and Bill Burr said it really well on the Joe Rogan podcast. He's like, I'll do what he did. Damien, we're not doctors. What the hell? Why don't we just do what they tell us to do? Who cares? He does a whole riff on it that's just brilliant. And he's right. He's like, I check on once a week. They tell me to wear a mask or not. If they say to wear a mask, I'm just going to wear the mask. Who cares? And that's where I'm at, of like, it's just not that annoying. And yeah, you don't get to eat your popcorn during the movie. Oh, boo-hoo.
No. You guys misunderstand. I'm not saying, the reason why I applaud AMC is because they realize that they cannot control, even if the government says you must wear masks, people will put on the mask. They will go in there. And it's actually, LOL Monster just mentioned what I was going to say. Are they having people, even if they require the mask, are they having people sit absolutely close to each other? Because I'm sorry, are they opening it at half capacity where everyone skips a seat? And if that's the case, are the theaters going to be able to sustain half full theaters the entire time? So if no one's skipping a seat in the theater, even with your mask on, you're in such close proximity that everything, as far as the arm rubbing, and the chair that you kind of share with the stranger next to you, and even if you have the mask,
you won't share it with you. You won't share next to you. They're not going to let you sit next to somebody. They're totally not. That's different, and they should. And I'm going to wipe down the seat myself, even if they've already done it. I don't care. I'm wiping it down between each setting. But I saw someone like, oh, the things aren't changing. Yes, they are. Things are changing all the time. It just depends who you believe, right? That's the reality here. You can say it's not changing, but that's because in your sphere and the experts you're listening to, they're not changing. But I saw that the World Health Organization and the CDC have changed how it spreads. Like they've all, well, it's not as crazy. Like everybody has changed course because no one really understands it still. That's the frustration. And I see you, Ashley. Thank you for this. She's a medical professional too. We have 4-hour meetings weekly with 2 teleconferences a week. Yeah, and you know what? We should be doing that. They haven't even given us a COVID update in like a month. They're just moving forward with rallies telling us it's all normal. But then, here in Florida, it is just going crazy. Then I'm like, well, which numbers are the ones I'm supposed to pay attention to? Oh my God, my head's going to explode just trying to make, a means of it. And so my reality is just wear the damn mask. Just wear the damn mask. Who cares?
People could wear the mask, man. And my only frustration is that, and mind you, I'm applauding AMC for not making it required. People could wear the mask. Even if AMC made it required, people are going to wear the mask. They're not, I have seen it. They don't wear it properly. They're not following the rules.
True. They're touching
doing
it.
all kinds of other
their
stuff.
Their nose is out.
Yeah, so if you're going into the theater, mask required or no mask, you're going to take a risk because you're in a confined room for an hour and a half with the same people. And if someone goes there and has a little bit of a cough or a cold, you're going to be thinking not about the movie. You're going to be thinking about the guy who coughed 3 rows behind you. And you don't know if he was coughing the entire time before or if he just had a popcorn kernel go down the wrong throat. That's my point. No one's going to follow the rules. They're barely following them now as it is. And even if we required everyone to wear a mask, so what? It's not going to make a difference. If you go into that theater, you're accepting the fact that you're going to be put at risk, and you're there for the entertainment, and you're going to do everything you can to avoid it. But it's not like it's an essential to go to the store and get groceries. You got to go to the store and get groceries. You got to go.
Right. It's not essential to go to the movies, and that there is a point of like, if you're going to the movies, you're putting yourself at risk. That's on you, right?
That's your choice.
Yeah.
And so if it's your choice to go to the movies, it's your choice to wear a mask. That's my point.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from that. At the same time, and you're right, if people are going to be eating at the freaking thing, you can't make them wear a mask while they're eating popcorn. So it's like, do they just stop serving popcorn? If they stop serving popcorn, then the movie theaters are just going to die because they make no money because they're already selling half the ticket prices. It's a catch-22. So look, there's half of this world right now doesn't care. They're out there doing it. They're all over Florida. Damien, Adon, you can attest. Like, people are living their lives. I don't know about you guys are paying attention. People are like waiting in lines for hours to go eat at restaurants. I've started to do like a little bit, but I always do the mask and I try and take it out. I had it happen to me at a Panda Express. I went to go get takeout at a Panda Express, and some lady walked in, and it said clearly on the door, "You must wear a mask." And she went in without the mask, and then jumped up front, and then the guy at the counter's like, "You got to wear a mask, ma'am." "No, I don't." Yes, you do." No, I don't have to wear a mask. The masks don't help." He's like, "You have to wear a mask. It's our corporate policy." "Oh, well, you're wrong." And she just started screaming at the guy, and it just like frustrated me. It's like, dude. The store can kick out any customer they want. They can reserve. That's even before this. It was reserved the right to refuse service to anyone. Right? They have that right. Mm-hmm. It's their business. So I that's what's frustrating. Is just like it is this big politicized, crazy thing where people are just walking into stores without masks. Like, hey, and then meanwhile we're all there with our masks trying to do follow the rules, and people are like, I'm not following the rules, and that pisses me off. It's like, look, whether you like it or not, then don't go to Panda Express, right? You have a choice to go to that restaurant or not. But don't then go yell at the person there who's making minimum wage, who's just following the damn rules that are, and now in our city you have to do it. So it's like they were just being, the proper precautions. The whole thing's nutty to me. So I don't know. To follow up and wrap this up, because I don't want to get all depressed with this stupid topic. It's just so dumb. But are you guys going to go to the movies? Steph, are you going to go to the movies?
Hell no.
You're staying home.
I'm staying home. I value my life. I want to live. I don't want this COVID. But like,
you're fine. See, but that's the other thing. It's like I've gotten to the point where it's like I refuse to just be bunkered in my house for the rest of my life, and I understand why other people are frustrated by that. It's like we have to protect. No, you're fine. We have to protect the elderly and people with weak immune systems. Of course, there's ways to do it that we have to be prep and people, but those people shouldn't be at the movies. Like, if you have respiratory issues or you're elderly, you should avoid especially the movies. So, look, you can't. I've had this debate with conservative friends. It's like shutting down the economy for longer can have equally as devastating effects as what's happening now, as the deaths that do happen, because not everyone dies from it. That's the reality, right? And so like you gotta pay attention to sort of like, can people still afford to be out of work and not have work and all these things? So it's a complicated topic. At the end of the day, I'm probably going to go. If Tenet opens in a movie theater, I'm probably going to put a mask on and I'm going to go. I'm going to do it just because I want to see it. I got to review it. And I'm not as scared. And me and my family aren't as scared. We go out a little bit. We're safe. We're cautious. We practice social distancing. It's the other people I'm more worried about. People who just don't give a hell and they're like, and that's sort of where it gets risky. And if I notice that, I usually walk away or I leave. Adon, you're not going, Steph. Adon, Damien, final thoughts. Are you going to go to the movies and see Tenet?
I might. The one thing that Damien's forgetting is the one hidden power of the mask is it works like a food bag. You can stuff the snacks in it, and I will sneak in my food.
That's so true. I should try that right now. If I put a bunch of popcorn in my mask before I go, I can then just be chewing on the popcorn.
It's like a horse bucket.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, I'm going to do it. Hold on.
Hold
on. I'm trying.
If you do the combo of the face shield with the mask, no one will complain, and you could just in the neck pouch just stuff all your treats.
I just want you to all understand one thing. The mask will definitely help if someone's coughing towards your face. I'm worried about, again, I keep mentioning the guy a row behind you. You know what I mean? Even if he's a row and offset one to the right or one to the left, and he goes Achoo. You can have your mask on all you want. All right, you need to get up and douse the back of your head with Purell or something like that, because that's all you're gonna get.
But then it means he needs his mask on at the end of the day. Again, it
Have you
comes to the
So
fact
I
that he's
stuffed
not
my
just
mask with
responsible for his
goldfish.
own
Sorry, you
health,
can't
but
tell.
the health of others.
My mask is filled with goldfish, if you can see in there. All right, and now I'm gonna see if this theory works. Okay. Oh my God, it's fucking brilliant. It totally works. It's like a feed bag. It's like the snacks are like right there, ready for me. I need this like at home when I'm watching TV.
No one be the wiser. You don't get charged extra.
Although I can see my nose is coming down. Oh my
Movie
God.
theater food is too expensive.
A few are dropping out, but not a lot of them. Wow, I'm impressed. Look at this. I'm eating them all. Oh,
That's actually pretty impressive.
that is guys.
My
just
mind has
hacked
been
the
changed.
world.
I am wearing a mask now, and I'm bringing my snacks in.
It's a goldfish mask. How come no one's made this yet? Oh yeah, I lean back and got a couple more in there. Oh, I don't have to use my hands.
Look, Ma, no hands.
Oh my God. You guys saw how full it was. I'm getting them all. It's like a challenge.
This is how you're gonna watch Tenet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's packed
You gotta go to
lighter,
the
too.
IMAX for the good reason for that. That's good graphics.
You have to get
I am
really
licking
close
my
seats.
mask though. It's probably a bad thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest. Has anyone sneezed with their mask on? How horrible is that? Has anyone forgotten, like, you have a mask and you sneezed and you have forgotten that you had a mask on, so it just went like all here.
Well, no, that's a savage sneeze right there. Like I've had a sneeze, but not like ah.
Oh my gosh.
No, but what I just said, that's a dry snack. You're gonna get thirsty. Yeah, that just hit me. I see a lot of crackers, so I'm like, oh crap. Now what? I got still more. I got more crackers in here.
Or like M&Ms.
What?
I forgot about the smell. There's a very strong cheddar smell now. Oh God.
Enjoy that for the rest of your film.
Oh.
And don't get buttered popcorn, because then
Yeah,
it'll
I
just
did
seep the oil.
Look at that. Look at that. There were still a few in there. There were 3 still in there I missed. But that was pretty impressive, huh?
That's pretty dope.
Wow, good idea, man. Sorry. That was a good experiment. Now you guys know. Popcorn is lighter. It'd probably even be better. Although it's very buttery.
Yeah, if you have butter popcorn, you're screwed, because it's now the butter's all over your beard. It's seeping through your mask.
Can't do the butter, yeah.
Well, if you're bringing it from home, you just pop some butter without pop some popcorn without the butter. I just did it the other day. Put it in a skillet.
You're right. You can sneak in the food even better too. You put the food in your mask before you go, and then you can walk in with a mouthful of popcorn before, and they can't make you take your mask off. So
That's gonna only get you through like the first preview, though. You're gonna be like watching one preview, like, oh, I'm out of popcorn. Let me go sneak some more popcorn.
Let me grab some popcorn from my pocket and take my mask off. That's sanitary. Master Swag. Hey, Master Swag. Andy, I love you. Team Sus. Yo, Holmes. Bel Air. I think he was just trying to fit as many words as he could with that $2 pledge. Thank you, man. I'll take it. Yo, Holmes. Smell you later. And then I saw another one. Thank you for the support, guys. Bunda. Bunda's back. Welcome back, Bunda. I know Bunda likes Lewis's Nerd Report channel better, I can tell. Because he doesn't make fun of him as much. I love trolling Bullet Bunda when Bunda trolls me. Welcome back, man. Good to see you. No shoes, no shirt, no mask, no service. That's what I'm saying. The company has the choice to make that decision. It doesn't matter if you don't like it or not. You have to leave if you don't like it. That's just the reality. And people who are being jerks to the employees saying, well, I don't have to. I'm going to educate you. Yeah, I'm going to listen to some random stranger in a store at Panda Express educate me on best mask use. Yeah, I'm good. No thanks. Anyway, thank you for that, Bunda. All right, I have a couple other. I think we had. Did anyone have any final thoughts on that before I move us on? Because I don't want to talk about it all night. But we're good. Damien, it sounds like you lost. Oh my God! I already did that whole drink. That is, guys.
Wow.
These are good.
I'm halfway through mine.
Woo!
I got pineapple whiskey.
Oh my God! You just leave it in the freezer, and then you got a whole. You just squeeze it out. It has alcohol and all the fruit, frozen stuff. That is. Whoo! I'm in a good mood now. All right.
All right. Next subject.
Let's do it. All right. So, So I saw. Sorry, I saw some other. Oh, so here we go. Let's go to this one. I'm finding, guys. If you have a topic, send it my way. Scoob will be heading to HBO very soon. Is this speedy turnaround normal? What do you? So, this is tagged onto another one. Scoob came out 2 weeks ago? May 15th. That's right. and it's going to drop on HBO Max June 26th. So, I memean, barely a month now, and now it's going to go straight to it, which I suspected it would, but at least they could try to get like a few sales that way instead. But King of Staten Island is the other one, Pete Davidson movie that just dropped with Judd Apatow that dropped on video on demand. I'm sure that Scoob, Staten Island, and now it's the Kevin Bacon we were talking about, Damien. It's called You Should Leave or something.
You should have left.
You Should Have Left, which
Yeah,
I'm going to review later. Ugh, you can stay tuned to that review. But the point being, these movies are like, there's no way they're making money. There's no way they're making money. Like Trolls was trying to say it was making so much money at the box office and like trying to play, I guess like, what's that called? They were trying to trick everybody. People were trying to see if people would call their bluff. And I can't imagine the sales that they get for a quick 1 month VOD cost and rental cost is that much. And then they're just throwing it to these streaming services as if like, and you don't make enough revenue from those. So it's a weird business model. I guess I'm just curious. Does anyone think this is that? I don't see how they can afford to put a movie like Mulan, Tenet, any of these big movies on VOD. If they're putting a movie on VOD, it means they don't have faith in it from a theatrical window, and they just need to start putting some stuff out there. But does anyone else see? Look who's joining us. It's there he is. Nerd Report. Mr. Lewis is here. Inviting him in. What up, Lewis? He's got the mask too.
Is he eating out of his mask?
Are you eating out of your mask?
Huh?
Are you eating out of your mask?
I have gum in there.
Oh. I don't know if you were watching. I just ate a bunch of goldfish, but that's cool.
I say wear your mask because I'm a left-wing communist.
Jeez.
Just
Cheers
wear
to
the
that.
goddamn mask, all right? I don't care what political affiliation you are.
Yeah,
The
Damien.
possibility you could get sick.
Are you
wear
trying to
the
kill old
mask.
people, Damien? My God.
Oh,
I don't know why people don't wear masks all the time, man. We look like ninjas. That's cool as hell.
Is that a leather mask?
Looks hot.
I don't know, but I could say that no one cared who I was until I put on the mask.
Oh. Let's
A
see what
lot
we
of
did there.
people look, dude, the ladies over here, because I like ladies, they look hotter with the mask. Trust me, wear that shit.
Why do you?
man.
What? You had me until then.
Everyone looks better with a mask. That's my point.
All right.
Just wear the mask.
He's
You know,
saying it's the
I don't
mystery.
know why we never wore it before. We're lowering the chances of getting the flu, the common flu.
Yeah,
and
well, it
other
sucks on
things.
a podcast, so take off the damn mask. I can't freaking hear a word. Roar, Bane.
Yeah,
What's
okay.
going on, Bane?
Okay, sure. Tell me if you heard me better.
There we go. Now I can hear you.
Listen, I work at a place where I have to manage people coming in. Don't come in and bother me because there's rules, okay?
Yeah. Are you
Just
getting?
leave,
Are people?
don't go.
Yeah. So at Frankenstein's, are you getting? People get annoyed that they're like, I'm not wearing a
very,
mask.
very few people do get annoyed. Very few, but there's always that tough person, male and female. Sometimes they want to be tough. It's like, get out. I don't want to talk to you either. These people, I want to talk to you less than you want to talk to me. Trust me.
It's true.
Just wear
Get
the
away
mask
from me.
and go the one direction and respect that we only have like half the capacity. People are asking, could you please have half capacity so we have social distancing? And then we do it, and then they complain because they have to wait in line. It's like,
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
like
win.
I liked the quarantine when people just weren't out there and traffic was less and like it was kind of nice. And now everyone's back and I'm like, oh my God, this sucks. And then that's what's happening now is you go to a restaurant and you're like, all right, I'm going to try and risk this. And then you have to wait 3 hours because they're putting in half the seating. And then people are doing it. I'm like, why would I wait? That's so stupid. And then I end up
Can I
not going
confess
out.
something?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not scared, but I'm wearing the mask anyways.
Yeah.
Follow me, people.
Yep.
I'm not scared at all, but I'm wearing the mask anyways, just in case, because I'm not an expert, and out of respect for other people as well. Wear the mask for a few months or whatever. It's not a big deal, and then we'll get rid of the mask.
No, I'm going to wear the mask for the rest of my life.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna lie. If they'll keep allowing us to wear the mask afterwards, I'll still wear it.
Yeah,
Hey,
let's
no one's
just
going
wear
to
it.
stop you.
I'll dress my wardrobe around my mask.
People wore the mask
Remember-
before then.
But remember when you used to not be able to go into a store and it would say no shades, no hat, no masks?
That's what Bunda said, yeah.
Yeah, there's in banks banks were like, you can't wear a mask in a bank.
Now you can go to the bank, get your money in a mask,
Now
and it's
you have
totally
it.
okay.
That's my point. It's like, so now later on, someone's going to decide, it's going to be their choice. Hey, we got a cure for the Bud Light. Everything is great. Everything's hunky-dory. It's back to normal. It's my choice to wear a mask. I want to wear a mask now because it's normal in China. It's normal in other parts of the world.
Japan, like if they get away with it, why can't we? They
So
make it look
now,
like a fashion
so now watch. There will be an anti-mask policy at some point. You watch. It's going to go the other way.
We used to not allow masks before at Frankenstein because people used to steal.
Dude, masks are becoming a constant thing now. There will be people who are. Who
People
doesn't
have to
matter.
start wearing
The next
clear
one's
plastic
coming.
masks, like transparent-looking masks.
Yeah, that's an idea right there. But just I don't know. For now, wear it. I don't think it's a big deal. And if that's their rule, the store's rule. I think I heard Andy say this, and maybe a couple of you other people on the panel. Okay, so you have freedoms in America. We have freedoms and there's worlds that are similar, right? But once you walk into somebody's private company, private store, or you don't have that, some of those freedoms are forfeited. Like if they have a dress code, you got to go in there. You don't have the right to wear whatever you want in there. So if that's a rule and you don't like it, don't go, because I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to tell you to leave.
I don't like the people who think the rules don't matter to them. And we're seeing a lot of that happen in the world, and it's like I'm not saying Damien's doing that. I think Damien has a point.
Damien has a point.
Yeah, Damien has a point, but I'm just saying there are people who are way worse who are just like, no, I'm not wearing the mask. You guys don't know what I'm. It's like, dude, if you want to change it, then go run for president. Run for mayor or whatever it is.
There's a person saying, no, I don't want to wear the mask, and there's a store owner who pays rent for the space you're going in that says, yes, you're going to wear the mask.
Or there's a worker, right? It's a worker who's getting paid crap to just follow the rules so they don't lose their job, and you're yelling at them.
The worker has it the worst because they have to get into almost fights sometimes, and that's not cool.
So. Yeah, no, I saw in that one, that lady I thought it was about to go to blows, and I was like, do I get my phone out? Would that be rude? I was like, I want to document this for safety, but also, man, now I could get a lot of views. And I'm like, no, I should. That's a whole nother part of it where people are like just filming stuff just to film it. Oh, what a crazy. And then I realized, oh, Andy, you suck. What a stupid world we live in. If you guys caught something happening, here's an ask for everybody. You're at a store, okay? You're at Burger King, right? You're waiting for your to-go order, and someone's going crazy. What part does any part of you think I'm going to record this?
Yep.
Lewis is like, absolutely. Adon, Damien, Steph's like, no. Adon's no. Damien?
It depends.
Be honest.
On the situation. It depends on the situation. I normally don't want to record it. Like if I've seen people go to blows, and I'm against the good advice, I sometimes jump in to stop it, and I'm not trying to record it. I'm trying to stop it, especially when it's someone who's being abused. And I've seen that before. An employee, I did that once. Someone reached across the counter and grabbed the employee by the collar, and I immediately, jumped in to break him up. That's just my instincts. I'm not thinking about my phone at the time. If it's a situation that is,
I'm just saying it's not a physical one. It's just like someone's being rude.
Again,
like we're seeing all over the internet right now.
Yeah, I don't normally.
You're having a Karen
phone.
moment. You wouldn't film it either.
Karen.
Only Lewis and I are the ones who are like, yeah, we got to document this for our channels.
But I think we've been
just
doing YouTube
scumbags.
too long. That's why, Andy.
Exactly. We're just like, oh, YouTube. Yeah, no, it's crap. But I just think I film everything. It's not even bad things. But I'm with you, Damien. I had one where I went to a Wawa and some guy was this was a while back. Some guy just started screaming at the cashier, calling her a slow bitch and how dare you. And I got really pissed. And I was like, excuse me, sir, stop speaking to her like that. And then immediately I realized, uh-oh, this guy was huge. I've never been punched or punched anybody. But I was like, I'm going to defend this woman because he's being a complete asshole to her. And I immediately regretted it because I thought I'm about to die. And then thankfully, it's so weird in those situations, not a lot of people, most people just step back and don't want to get involved at all. And so yeah, but you're not supposed to is what the other thing because then you can get hurt. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But yeah, and nowadays I'm usually more careful. I step back unless unless someone's life's in danger or whatever. But when someone's just being a jerk and there's a lot of separation between them, I thought, yeah, I should film this.
Yeah.
This is gonna be crazy.
I will say that I'm more hesitant to get myself involved if I'm with like my wife or my nephews or something like that. Yeah. I do tend to hold back on that, and then in that case I might pull out my phone or something like that. But if it's just me by myself, and that's what I was thinking in that scenario, it was just me by myself, I tend to jump in. But if I have loved ones that I have to be aware of, then I'm a lot more precautious about that.
Totally same way. They weren't there when in the Chinese place, but there was another one. You reminded me. I did it again. I'll reveal it. I was at a beach. I went to the beach too, and I was trying to stay my distance, but had the beach experience. And then something was going down, so I did the turn camera on, pretend to be on it. I did that move. I did the, oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, huh? Well, what's happening? So that way I wouldn't get beat up, but I could at least document it in case something went to hell. I wanted to document it for the people who were going crazy to make sure that whoever got punched first had some proof that they didn't have to go to jail. Anyway, crazy world we live in now. All right, we were talking about Scooby-Doo. Does anyone care? You guys can, like I said, thank you for the support that's been coming in. You guys can send over a question, any topic. We will hit it for you. We'll answer anything. But Scooby-Doo, even Collider just put this. I saw another one. Don't pay for Scooby-Doo because it's coming to HBO Max very soon. Like, that's now
that was quick.
I mean, it's so quick, right? So I'm like, what is the point of these VOD releases? Like, it can't be that much money. You clearly can't, putting a movie to VOD, you get I don't know, you probably get.
They're saving money on PR promotion and stuff.
They're still promoting it. The hell though.
Yeah.
I mean, King of Staten Island is all over the place, and I thought it sucked. Do we think these movies would have done well? So for the three, we got 4 examples so far, right? We have Trolls, we have King of Staten Island, we have Scoob, and we have the new one, Blumhouse, that just dropped, which was terrible. You Should Have Left. All 4 of these movies scream, yeah, they wouldn't have done well in the theaters. There's no way they would have. They would have made some money. They would have made more money than they're making now. But dumping these on these VOD and streaming services feels like a smarter move. But I wonder, we're going to get a lot less medium-priced movies in the future. I think we're going to either have very tiny indie budgets or huge blockbusters, or the next ones we're going to see for the next couple of years. Does anyone else notice this trend? Is this stupid? I guess
dumb trend.
Yeah, my point is we shouldn't be VODing it.
Nope.
Just save it for theaters. Like, stop putting them out. And if you put them out, you are admitting you don't like it.
Yeah, it's more embarrassing though if they put out trash in like Jody would say, trash in theaters. So now they just go to VOD. If it doesn't do that well, they can blame the COVID.
Yeah, but I wonder, do you think that'll happen more even beyond when theaters are back open, and now there's movies like HBO Max is like, crap, this movie's crap. I'm gonna put it, even Disney.
They're gonna never advertise it as theatrical. They're just gonna say it's a HBO Max exclusive. Like they do that all the time. It's gonna be a lower tier movie.
But I think this is totally gonna change the way distribution works. Like, people are gonna shoot movies, and then halfway through, studios are gonna realize this is going to VOD. Stop investing money, shoot it for quicker, just get it done. It's going to VOD. We're cutting our losses. I think that's going to happen more is what I'm getting at. And if you see a studio putting a movie to VOD, unless they did it intentionally from the beginning, it's clearly we don't believe in this movie. Because like King of Staten Island is the perfect example to me of like, it's okay. It was fine. And it would have made some money in theaters. It probably could have done a little, but it's not like a big raucous Judd Apatow comedy. It would have done like 40 or what was it? This Is 40 did, which wasn't a lot. But Myra, thank you for support. Aren't they losing money with home video market? Yeah, because they're not making the theatrical money anymore. And so by losing that and just only getting a small, home video market, which sure some people think it's higher now than it would be, it's still not enough to recoup their costs. I would be shocked if we don't see The King of Staten Island as suddenly into a Netflix deal or something, because they can sell it for probably 10, 20 million and suddenly at least make a little bit money back by giving a window to another platform. Because that's Universal. They don't have it. I guess Peacock is Universal, but that's not going to be out. That's not going to be out for a little while. But maybe they'll save it and make it an exclusive for Peacock. This whole model is just becoming so crazy to me.
So is Blumhouse. Peacock could have all the Blumhouse films.
That's true.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, but are the horror freaks going to buy Peacock?
No.
For horror?
No. Steph, I see your hand up. Go ahead. What was your thought?
Thank you. Firstly, just for the English native, because I've got a couple of things. What's Peacock?
Peacock is the NBC streaming service that's coming. NBC Universal will have it. It's like The Office is on it. NBC shows, Universal movies, they'll all be on Peacock. And it's going to have like a Saved by the Bell redo show, Punky Brewster. It's a bunch of weird stuff on it.
Oh, I know. I recognise the name NBC. That's my reference. Okay. The second thing is that, you're worried about VOD, but that's just a modern digitised version of movies that went straight to VHS,
sure,
right.
Straight to video.
Yep.
and
Blockbuster Video.
Yeah, and that kind of market thrived. Otherwise, it wouldn't have lasted as long as it did when VHS was around anyway. So there'll be a market for that. It's just the digitized version is so brand new, and it's being forced in quite quickly because of this whole Bud Light situation that they're just at this point. Yeah, Scoob, for example, has only been out for a month, but it's not made as much money as they hoped. So they're just cutting the losses. They'll put it on HBO Max, and they'll get the money back another way in terms of all the advertising that'll come up before you watch it.
Yeah, Stefania's got a point because there's a lot of straight to DVD movies, like especially a lot of the martial art ones with Scott Adkins, like stuff like that. Maybe we're gonna get a new trend of that's the actors that are known to go straight to streaming, like that, like Scott Adkins, right? He's just straight to video. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a good point right there.
And
Yeah.
you know me, I want to look at some of the numbers, and I just had to look up the numbers here. Trolls, we have basically 3 different cases here. Trolls is the unique one. Trolls made globally 346 million on a 110 million ISK budget. So it made its money back. But Trolls came out at what I consider to be the height of everyone being stuck at home.
Yeah.
Now, would it have made that much money in the box office is debatable, especially since it was the first kids movie of the summer. It would have technically been that. So I think it would have made the same amount or somewhere in that area. But then you go to King of Staten Island, which in the box office, personally, I don't think it would have actually made a whole lot. It wasn't really that high of a profile film that was coming out, and it would have come out during the summer. It would have gotten swallowed by all the other things that like Black Widow and all those other films that would have come out. And then you have the Blumhouse film, which they made the Kevin Bacon film for $4 million, which is a thing that Blumhouse normally does. They make these films like really, really tight budgets. But on average, most of Blumhouse's films, when they come out in the theaters, bank anywhere between 37 million up to 200 million and more. So 37 million on a $4 million budget is huge. And if you get into that, and with Kevin Bacon and stuff like that, with international draw and stuff like that, that film might have actually come out and made a couple of $100 million. Now, what did HBO Max pay for it? I can't find those numbers yet, but I think that Blumhouse while Trolls banked, I think Blumhouse would have made more in the theaters than they did on HBO Max or Vudu, which is owned by Walmart, I don't even understand that one.
Yeah, I don't get. But you're right. They are losing money. There's no doubt. How come I not show? Is it that? Oh, there we go. They're absolutely losing money. No doubt. But the point is, I don't think they would have made a lot of money in theatrical, and to sort of hold on to it and then have another release that they have to worry about. To me, they're just cutting their losses. They're putting stuff out there and they're building up a library of stuff. They're like, well, fine, let's just put it on VOD, fulfill sort of our need. Because with that Kevin Bacon one from Blumhouse, I said it in my review, which I taped. I'll release it at some point. And Tony, thank you for the support. I'll get to you in a second. Like people like Kevin Bacon, when they do a Blumhouse movie, take a pay cut because they want to get a piece of the profit. That's how the Blumhouse model works. They're able to do it so cheaply because these actors are taking cuts because they want percentage of the box office. And so when a movie like this doesn't go to the box office, there's no way they're getting any bonuses on that movie. There's no way. So it's got to be frustrating for the actor to know, oh crap. And it's the same thing with like Trolls. Like I remember there was a controversy because Justin Timberlake and what's her name, Anna Kendrick, are all supposed to have like box office points and things in success that they can't quantify now, right? So then does the studio just have to like shell that out of any of the profit they get? Just
or maybe they give them they redo the contract so they get more points to compensate or make up for the non-theatrical release. So they go, okay, maybe that's a point because everything's contracts, right? Maybe now I'm going to get 3 points instead of 2 since it goes straight to VOD. Maybe?
Yeah, who knows? But I mean, my point is, clearly we're in a pandemic, so I'm sure there's a little bit of like, okay, fine, but this is going to change contracts too. Like this is going to make it, because even like think about Snyder's Justice League, like those actors aren't getting paid.
Not
for that.
After that trailer today. I don't want to think about that.
Well, we can go there. But my point is like that's a whole nother movie. Are they going to get paid for that movie, or do they get to slide that in as a director's cut, which then they don't get paid? Like no, if there's a whole bunch of new footage and all the stuff they're doing, they must have come forward and made or are making deals with the talent to keep them happy. And I'm sure Zach is sort of like trying to keep them happy too. But it's not about whether Gal Gadot or Jason Momoa wants to be nice to Zack Snyder. They got reps that want to get paid, and the reps are all hurting right now. So it's not about nice in Hollywood. It's about, look, but go to my agent, and the agent's be like, no, I'm not letting you have that for free. So stuff's going to get complicated. I'm shocked HBO Max because from what I read, they haven't sorted that out yet. They're still trying. Do you know, Lewis? Have you heard anything about that? Is that something you think could that become a problem?
They're gonna pay for 100%. They're gonna get the actors paid a little more, but I think the actors are going to probably go at the lowest rate possible, because Zack Snyder did start Gal Gadot's career up, to superstardom, and
Right.
also Henry Cavill and Aquaman Momoa, although he was around, he was just okay. So I think they're going to pull in the favor for him.
It's interesting too, because even if they would probably even Ben Affleck, it would be the one person who could maybe fight back on it all. He's not going to want to go against the Snyder fans. None of them are going to want to go against Snyder fans to be the holdout as to why that film didn't get to go. They would be crucified in the press.
One thing for sure, and I could say this right now, is Lewis exclusive, is if indeed it cost $30 million to make the Snyder cut, none of that $30 million was invested in cutting that crap trailer today.
Well, all right,
that was awful.
Let's go there. I have thoughts on that too. Let's go to the crap trailer, and we'll get you guys. Tony, thank you for stepping up. That's a big donation. I appreciate it. As a religious Bill Burr fan, who isn't? He's the best. F is for Family on Netflix. Great comedy. If you guys haven't ever watched it, adult sort of cartoon. Check it out. As a religious fan of Bill Burr, it was the main reason why I loved Staten Island. I know it wasn't very good, but because I was so excited for it, it wasn't bad enough for me to not like it. Does that make sense? Absolutely. As I said in my review, like if they had just made the Bill Burr movie and Pete Davidson was like a supporting character in that movie of following the firefighter trying to fall in love with Marissa Tomei, whose previous husband was a firefighter and died, that movie would have been fantastic if they had just made it the Bill Burr movie. But he's not in it enough for me, and Pete Davidson's part, I didn't care. I know it's like a true story. I'm supposed to be nice, I guess, but I didn't like the movie.
We talk about how we love Bill Burr coming back to acting.
Yeah, it's great.
After such a long stand-up run, I mean, I'm loving him back in the acting field.
Yeah, it's funny because he was always making fun of Star Wars, and then he ended up doing Star Wars Mandalorian.
And he was really good. He was really good in it. Really good.
Funny.
When I first saw him in there, I was like, that Bill, because he had lost so much weight. I was like, that Bill Burr?
Yeah.
Holy, what?
Well, let's go to the Snyder Cut then teaser. Since Lewis is hating on it so much, let's go there. I didn't look. My feeling was more like this was a move on Snyder's point to just start saying "F you" to the haters. He's like, whether you like it or not,
nah, man.
Whether you like it or not, it's like, dude, look. That's Darkseid clip is effects and time. And
it wasn't an F you to the haters,
and it was also like, oh crap, we got a whole bunch of footage with Diana Prince, like looking at Dark, like to know that there's more there, and this is just a slice of what we're gonna see later.
No,
this was clearly the effect shot he had done already for that pilot presentation. He already had it, and he had a shot of Gal Gadot that he put on to it, and clearly they're going to be fast tracking and doing way more effects for this HBO Max sizzle, without a doubt. But this is what they had. We still got almost 2 months almost before they have to go to the.
That was not
HBO
an
Max.
F you, Dandy. I think somebody listen. We've seen that shot of Gal Gadot, like the Indiana Jones thing. I've seen that before, and we saw the Darkseid picture before. The voiceover is so bad. The audio quality I'm talking about. I mean, never mind that it sounds weird. The dialogue's kind of, but the dialogue sounds weird. It's very amateurish.
I mean, it's from the end of the movie, right? It's when he said when.
No, man. What he should have done is just wait. Just wait and give us a proper trailer. Then you start shutting up the people who don't want to see it. Give us a proper. I'm not in a hurry to see a Zack Snyder trailer. I already know it's going to come out. Snyder Cut's going to come out already. Give us a trailer in the event. Keep it. They just go total dark, total silence, and give us a good trailer or a good tease. That tease was like a Rob Zombie movie. It was so bad. That doesn't shut anyone up. It gets me nervous because now it seems like it's the same DCEU rush job where I want to put everything out, put every character you can, put everything. It's not ready, but who cares about character development? Who cares about story? Just put everything in there. It's like, no, man, just give us an epic tease, a 2-second tease, but make it good.
I'm curious, Bunda, are you still around, Bunda? I'm curious. What do you agree with Lewis on this one? Because he's the big Justice League BVS fan.
I'm not biased. I know there's people here saying I like DC way more than Marvel, but I want it to be done right, and I like some of the Zack Snyder stuff. But that trailer today is not. Does it? Man, it should have just kept it in.
I know, dude. All respect, you're right. The rushed part is a really good point because it's like that's the one thing he needs to do. is stop rushing. He's finally gotten
That's
the
it.
time. He's gotten that note so many times, and I assume that was Warner Brothers and DC like rushing everything. So it's like, dude, just slow. They're making you let it be longer. Like, take your time and do it right. Like, you got a year. But I will say, we've already seen this stuff, right? This stuff has been out there in little pieces, so why not just drop a little 1 minute thing to hype the fandom experience? I don't have a problem with it. It didn't like pump me up, but at the same time, I do think the people who haven't been paying attention are going to look at that and think, whoa, what the hell is this? Oh man, I don't remember any of this in the movie. Damn, there must be a lot of stuff. You got to think simpler, man. There's a lot of people who aren't in that Snyder army or even paying attention who are going to get shared that today and go, oh man, did you see that? I guess there's a whole new Justice League movie we're going to see. That's what it meant to do in my mind, and I think that's where it succeeded. Have you guys all seen it? Steph and Damien and Don?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
Steph?
I've seen it,
Already
but
been wrong.
I want to be positive and say I reserve my judgment until the actual Snyder Cut comes out.
That's smart.
There's been a lot of, let's say, negativity around the movement and towards the movement, that I think this is a nice win for them. It's proving that, yes, there is a Snyder Cut. Here's some evidence. Here's a little bit of a teaser for it. You've got your dark side, which is what a lot of people were screaming out for. But you've also got Wonder Woman as well. But I think they've released that particular kind of bit for a reason. At this point, if everything was going to go according to plan, they would be ramping up their promo when it comes to Wonder Woman 84. But everything's been pushed back. And I think that Snyder has a lot more clips, but particularly chose this one with Wonder Woman in it, so that they could keep in the conscious of the mind of everyone that, don't worry, there's Wonder Woman as well, and Wonder Woman 84, and it's kind of like a cross promo thing. Maybe I'm thinking into it too much, but that's kind of what I'm getting from it.
No, it's an interesting point you're making, because it's like Zack Snyder's almost in a way able to promote Wonder Woman 84, which I'm sure was never going to be the intent at all in the world we were living in 2029 until it's happened. But yeah, now he can, and sort of, is that good or bad is the question, right? Because it's not connected, and so that's the thing of like, he's trying to reconnect it all in a weird way, subtly, intentionally or not. That it is confusing. What were you gonna say, Damien? Go ahead.
Basically, though, but the thing is that we forget, and Lewis, I hear what you're saying about the rush, but if you look at the end of that, what does it say? HBO Max. This has probably very little to do with Zack Snyder wanting to drop a tease, as much as HBO Max saying, hey, you know what? We're dropping this service soon. Get your fans all revved up, and remind them at the end, by the way, you're only going to see it on our streaming service, which is about to drop soon. So I think it's less about Zack Snyder being in a rush and more like HBO Max and AT&T saying, hey, we gave you the green light, we gave you everything, you got to give us a little something, that way we can put it out there and get people hyped.
Yeah,
First impression, though, is the audio's bad.
It is really bad. It's like that
really
line is
bad.
from the end of the movie where he's in the asylum at the end. And it's really weird they couldn't get a better take of it. It does sound like a really bad recorded version of it. And I hate that we like still have to see, because Jesse Eisenberg to me is the worst part of it. It's like he's the worst part of all of that, from BVS, etc. Because that's how BVS ended, was that voiceover. So he's bringing that into this, right? Because he was on that was the Easter egg at the end of Justice League, was him on the boat and then Deathstroke coming out, right? That's what happened.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering everything correctly, because
but the one from jail, was it Batman versus Superman? That's the speech they have in the Snyder Cut teaser. It's a different take.
Yes.
In the movie, it's kind of coherent. In the tease, it seems like he called Zack Snyder on an iPhone or something. Okay.
No, it was worse. We recorded Ryan Reynolds' honest trailer on an iPhone, and that sounded way better than that one. So I don't believe it was an iPhone. It was something way worse.
Here's something that I noticed in the chat that they're concerned about, and it concerns me as well. The earlier renditions of Darkseid, I know it's supposed to be a younger Darkseid, or whatever the case is, but the earlier renditions of Darkseid, is anyone else concerned that Darkseid is just not going to live up to the quality of villain that we want, similar to Thanos? Like Thanos looks like Thanos, and we're going to get more of an X-Men apocalypse kind of off Darkseid versus a Darkseid that we could go like, wow, that's a good looking Darkseid. That's the only thing that concerns me because those earlier designs, they look like he went that way with it.
Yeah,
I mean, are they saying that is a guy in costume or is it like a CGI
Alien.
side?
no, it's CG, but then there's an like a mocap actor, right? What's his name?
Yeah, they're doing
Ray-
the same thing like Josh Brolin. You know what I mean? Like they did for
Yeah.
Thanos, or what's his name? Who was the villain in Justice League? I'm getting his name right now.
He's like Darkseid.
Steppenwolf?
Steppenwolf. Thank you.
Oof.
And they rushed Steppenwolf, so hopefully they do a better job with Darkseid because if they give us Steppenwolf quality.
Apparently, there's a different design for Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf, that's the right pronunciation, but there's one, and they changed it last minute for the Das.
He was the worst looking villain I've ever seen.
Did they say who's going to be the voice of the actor?
Yeah, what's his
Of
name?
Darkseid. Yes, it's out.
What's his name?
It's,
Ray. It's not Ray Fisher. It's Ray somebody else. There is an actor who's playing him.
There's
gonna be
someone
at
that
Justice
already
Con-
confirmed.
He's going to be at Justice Con, which is Zack Snyder's little convention.
Nah, and listen, I wouldn't care like if it was another property, but I want like at this point, DC needs to be like hitting home runs, man. Like so, like even that 2-second cut, and anyone who makes audio is more important than video actually. So that's why you find like found footage movies, how they're all terrible, shaky cam and everything. They never mess up the audio. The audio is always nice surround sound. Why? Because that is most of the experience is audio first, visual second, believe it or not. So when you got that kind of audio to like, hey, watch this, and it's like,
Ray Porter, thank you, Yash and Ashley. That's who's playing Darkseid.
The thing is, though, you have to kind of consider who the target audience for that teaser was for. And I don't think it was necessarily for us. I think that was more of a thank you for the Snyder Cut army. They won't care that the audio's bad. They won't care that the graphics don't look great.
Oh no,
because
they
at
should.
the end of the day, that's no, because that's a win for them, and good for them. And at the end of the day, the studios, Zack Snyder, the finished product should be, and we should realistically expect it to be better than that in terms of the audio and the visual quality. But I think it's a nice little nod and a thank you to the Snyder Cut army, and that's what it's for.
I
They're
agree.
just along for the ride.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that to me is who that whole thing was for. That's why look, it's short. It is what it is. We've seen that shot, the big shot of. I hadn't seen the Wonder Woman shot, but and the graffiti, but I have seen that Darkseid shot has been out there already as like a GIF. So look, I think he's releasing it out to get everyone pumped. Since it's out there, he's like, let's make this official. Hey guys, yeah, this is real. Check out the fandom. We're gonna really get into it. So, but you know what? I echoing it what Lewis said. I think he's right. He's spot on in this idea of like, let's not rush this.
No.
He didn't. It's in a month or so. He didn't need to put this trailer out to thank the fans. He's showing up at Justice Con in a month. He could have done it there, if anything, and done it only for them, and that way it would have been strictly for them, and it wouldn't have been judged by anybody else. And then he could have done something really cool for Fandom, which is the dumbest name ever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. I'm with Steph. Let them have this.
You gotta remember, even though like people want to rewrite history, those movies were not received well. I'm sorry, guys, Snyder Army, whatever. They were okay, and like a lot of people didn't even. I mean, me working at a convention, like a lot of people would come with their kids and it's like, hey, are you excited for Batman versus Superman or Justice League? And they'd be like, no, not after the last one. So basically, now's Snyder's chance to just, calm and smooth, focus in, hit the target, man. He's got a second chance. That's awesome. So no more messing around. No more crappy audio takes.
No more crappy audio takes. Damien and Don, any final words on this topic?
No, I happened to look up. Apparently, there was some chat was talking about some Steppenwolf designs, and they're hoping that they'll do a Sonic and redesign Steppenwolf. I think that's a lot of money spent on a character that they've already got rendered. So I doubt they're going to spend any of that money re-rendering Steppenwolf to his original design. But they do have a chance to. And I've seen some renditions of what Darkseid might be changed to look like. We can't see it in that little small Darkseid, but if they change it to look like what I'm seeing right now on Twitter, then Darkseid has a chance of looking pretty decent. I just hope they don't like he did. Like Lewis says, I want him to succeed with this Justice.
Yeah,
League.
I want Snyder to succeed. Sorry, I mean I don't care. I don't care about the toxic fans or whatever, even though they're there, whatever. I consider us here the real DC fans, and most DC fans are awesome. So listen, I want DC to succeed, even if it's Zack Snyder. I don't give a crap. Just do good, man. You know, you could turn it around. Yay.
Speaking of turning things around, good segue for me. Thank you, Lewis. Here's something that is trying to turn around. It's my favorite thing to make fun of. Quibi, guys. Jeffrey Katzenberg is saying that Quibi hit the Bud Light like a cement wall, but it's a slow start is likely a beta testing, allowing a chance to regroup. Like, come on, dude. It's dead. This is dead as a doornail. Why are we still trying to like blame things for its failure and assuming he can make Quibi a thing? Guys, can Quibi be a thing? I want to ask the room before I read this article and go crazy. Lewis, you think it can be a thing?
Yeah, why not?
Why?
Because it just started, man. It's stumbling. It's learning as it goes. I don't know. I mean, they need some another strategy.
Would you invest money in Quibi?
No.
So how can it succeed?
Bring in Snyder pieces. Bring in Snyder pieces. Cuts.
No. The only way this can succeed is if you invest a ton of money in better programming and someone who's going to actually invest and do it. There's no way this can succeed. It's just a dead thing that is just dying, and they're like, well, yeah, it's because of Bud Light, because people aren't home wanting to watch good content. This was content for people when they're out and on the pooper, and when they like, who the hell was it for? It's like literally, to me, it's like you serve. How is it not a silver platter to suddenly unleash a brand new service with brand new exclusive programming when everyone's home and out of work and stuck looking for shit to watch, and you're blaming that as its failure? It makes me go live it. I'm just like, what? It's the most crazy thing I've ever heard.
Well, they wanted to do a streaming service, and they're like, hey, we don't want to be redundant. Let's try something new. We got to give them credit for that.
No. Why?
Because they wanted to do something different.
No. They raised $2 billion.
Damn it.
$2 billion because millennials don't like long shows, and you know what? Who wants to turn their phones just keep it here and crop everything? Dude, F Quibi. F these rich, out-of-touch billionaires trying to think they can just program millennials with iPhone programming. I'm so effing sick of it. I don't like canceling people, but I don't mind canceling companies, and Quibi needs to just burn out and be done with. This was a failure, and too many people got paid a ton of money to just like phone it in and take it pisses me off. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I am also frustrated and outraged that Quibi did not spend any of those $2 billion on our ideas, Andy.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, the only thing I'm mad at is the fact that I didn't get a piece of that pie. I'm pissed.
I totally would have taken the piece of the pie, and then I'd be
I just want to say that
Quibi's.
I disagree with the panel here. Quibi is one of the best inventions ever. You guys could contact me at
Clever,
and I'll do it for $500 million.
Clever. Like Reese Witherspoon, like they paid her like $6 million to narrate some like animal show about strong female animals. I'm sorry. Like, what? Why would you spend $6 million to have her voice over that? And apparently no one's watching it because it's just stupid. Because you can watch a million things.
See, and that's the thing that got my interest. Like, I haven't joined Quibi, but I've seen some of the commercials for some of the stuff that they have, and I see they pulling in good actors from different franchises, and some of their stuff has good concepts. I just would rather watch it as a full show, not as a clip. And what really turned me off is the idea is I don't see the full episode if I pan it out. Like, and that's not cool in any capacity. If they just undid the idea of what they made Quibi was, make it short and then do this and then just go the reverse, I think they could save it.
Look, Officer Winslow, I see in the comments saying, I mean, TikTok worked, so Quibi could work. Dude, TikTok's a whole nother thing. TikTok is user-generated content, and it's for little kids. My 10-year-old daughter is obsessed with it, and I'm like, it annoys me because I know some of that stuff's not appropriate. So I'm always trying to make sure I'm policing it. But my point is, like, TikTok is a whole nother beast where it's for a younger generation that are literally just it's the new Vine, which was a thing. And I'm sure TikTok, it'll be interesting to see if TikTok lasts.
I'm in
just
it.
like Snapchat and other things. Those ones are, but because they have real users on there delivering and monetizing, it's not Quibi at all. It's YouTube. It's a version of YouTube for a different audience. So not even remotely the same. Just read this because it's so. There's a silver lining to our sluggish start, Katzenberg said. It's actually given us. Hold on, do I have this on screen? There we go. It's actually given us the opportunity to almost have a beta, which is like guys, what that means, right? Like a beta, like your test version of it.
A test version, yes.
So in 9 weeks, we have actually seen now so many aspects of the content about what is working for them, what is most appealing to them, where our weaknesses are. All of that is being retooled as we talk right here. We're leaning in twice as hard on the things that are working the best and leaning away from the things that are not. Guys, that's not going to help. I can speak from experience of doing a streaming app. We did it at Screen Junkies. And the only way you succeed is dumping down tons and tons of money. You got to dump so much money in like Netflix did. Look at it, guys. Disney's doing it right now. And even they're having trouble because they didn't invest enough money because people are like, wait, there's no more shows. You got to throw down so much money to be relevant in this space or you're done. No one's going to pay $5 a month to watch 4 episodes of 8-minute things that, especially after this launch and everyone's sort of busting on it. In order for Quibi to work, they need a whole new investment of another $2 billion. And that's my point of like, there's no way we as a community should let them get more money to just keep sinking it down the toilet to do a stupid programming. It's just like, it's frustrating to me how the business model is working. Disney, all these major studios just gave Jeffrey Katzenberg tons of money because they're like, oh, it's for millennials? Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, then that'll probably work. I mean, come on. That is just frustrating. Don, did you have your hand up or are you just scratching your head?
I was scratching my head.
Well, the thing is that Adon was talking about long content. If we wanted shorter content, these things come with a pause button where you can get short content, go, come back, play, pause. Like you can get it as short as you want. The thing is, though, I would, again, we have TikTok, which is user-based short content. YouTube, which has both short and long-form content. I saw that also in the comments there. Vimeo, Netflix, Vudu, which I don't know who has that, but some people do. And then, so you had all of these content makers, and your pitch, which I think is brilliant, because if he got $2 billion, then he's a brilliant salesman.
Yes.
Call me. Your pitch is that you can turn the content vertical, which crops most of the picture anyways. And there's very, very, very little dynamic vertical content that you can look at it and say, wow, that's a beautiful portrait. That's awesome. There's a reason why films went wider, you know what I mean, and more dramatically wider. But it's whatever. I'm sorry. I dumped on that.
Yeah, Steph, anybody else? We can move on. I wanted to do a rant.
IGTV, they should have learned from IGTV. They tried vertical instead of horizontal, and that didn't work.
No.
I just to mention, I've been staying quiet on this one because Quibi was never released in the UK, so I don't fully understand it or know really what it's about. So yeah,
neither do us.
Yeah, it's in our country. We still don't know what the hell it is. It's so stupid and pointless.
Don't have any knowledge or perspective on it. Sorry.
Well, no worries.
No, you're good.
We don't need to talk about it more. I always enjoy ranting on Quibi when I get a chance. Did you guys see my video? No one watched that video I posted, but there were 2 alternate names to Quibi. Do either of you know what they were?
What?
New TV was one of them, right?
New TV. It was almost called New TV, which is like, come on. And then, shit, what was the other one?
Was it like Quister or something like that?
No. Somebody would guess. Yeah, go ahead and guess.
You did mention, I think in the same episode, you mentioned like a lot of bad names. I don't know. Your episodes are blending together when I watched them.
I'm looking it up. Sorry. Well, I'm just making you delay while I found it. It was. Oh,
well,
here we go.
one good thing about that platform for them, Andy, and the panel, is that since people don't know what it is, they could still re-image themselves, because people, even in America, they don't know what it is. So there's still a chance after they give them another $7 billion, they could try to fix
No,
it.
but see, I'm trying to rally us all to not let them get another $7 billion to just burn in the ground
It's
or give a Reese
Hollywood. You
Witherspoon.
fail up.
No, there's too many creative people out there. We're fighting for equality and all these things. Like, too many original stories and good
It's
filmmakers
not-
need that money, not Reese Witherspoon and Jeffrey Katzenberg. Enough is enough. I'm putting my foot down. We must not let them keep just throwing away billions of dollars using buzzwords like it's for millennials and you can watch it vertically and I have the name. Ready? Here's what it was almost called, guys. Omakase. You know, for like rich people, when you go tell the sushi chef, sushi chef's choice. Katzenberg is so out of touch. He wanted to call it like what rich people like when because when you go get your sushi and you're like so rich that you're like, hey, just give me whatever you want, sushi, Mr. Sushi Chef, because I don't care what it costs. That's omakase when you like go get like the freshest, most craziest stuff. And I'll leave it up to you is sort of what it means in Japanese. So exactly. Omakase would have been just dude.
Be inventive.
Look,
oh my God,
create whatever you like.
Katzenberg has made, he helped Disney during that year, helped them in that, and then he made DreamWorks. Like, look, Katzenberg's a smart guy, and as Damien's right, he got people to pay him $1 billion for basically like a magic trick. He's like, whoops, oh wait, sorry, I'm gone. So, good on him, but enough. We should call it out because that's ridiculous. All right, we got to wrap up because I don't see a lot of questions coming in like last week, so I don't want to just keep sticking around, keeping everyone up all night. But there was if you guys, I don't know if you brought stories, Damien and I, but I remember there was one from last week. I forgot who had the Total Recall story last week. Damien, all right, I have it open. Do you want to tell us about that story? Do you remember it? I have it open here.
I have the general gist, and I'll drop this tease: is how many boobs should there be on an alien? That was debate. And it is possible that 3 boobs were just not enough.
He's correct, guys. Did you guys know that Paul Verhoeven, who directed Total Recall, wanted even more breasts on the 3-breasted woman? This is a good story. That's one of the most. I remember as a kid, man, when I was 12 and I saw the 3-breasted woman in Total Recall. I was like, go. But there's the scene without the breasts. But
I never thought that was hot then, and I don't.
Well, it wasn't hot, but as a 12-year-old, it confused me.
I immediately looked over and was like, "Who took your third one, mommy?"
So here we go.
Like, yuck.
I know that some women had, let's say, 2 nipples, not 2. I know that some women had, let's say, not 2 nipples, but they had 4 nipples, like a dog, whatever. That's what they have. They exist. Basically, I've seen the medical photos when I was at university, and I knew that. I wanted 4 nipples and breasts, with big breasts and smaller breasts underneath. And Rob Bottin, I think, felt that it was too realistic for the film, and basically that 3 breasts would be more, let's say, in the style of the whole movie. What do you think, guys? Would you have rather seen, like, a whole bunch of, like, dog breasts on the woman instead of the 3... clear shaped breasts.
Someone got the multiple breasts when they finally did The Last Jedi. So we kind of got our 4-breasted.
Yeah, you're right. And they were milking and the green.
Yeah. Well, I think had she had 4 breasts, it's harder to shake the top when the 2 are down here. You would have gotten like oscillating shakes. They wouldn't have worked out. The 3. I think is perfect because it has like a panoramic view, you know what I mean? So they could all shake at the same time. I think the 4 breasts would have just looked like additional, yeah.
And
3 would have reminded me of a Cyclops.
That's your professional opinion in VFX, right?
Yeah, when you want physics to work right down here in the VFX, and back then they were very practical. She opened up here. Think about it. She would have had to open up much further, and then she'd had to do like a whole belly dance to make them all shake. She was able to just right here, and it's very subtle. I think 3 worked.
I agree. Steph, do you have any feelings on this? Do you remember the 3-breasted woman in Total Recall? Or is it just us guys?
No, I do. And I feel very discriminated against right now as just an only 2-breasted woman. I feel very inadequate at the moment, and I think I may, after this, ring my local plastic surgeon and ask for that 3rd breast, because I think That's what I need to get all your acceptance right now. So
There probably was someone out there who tried to do that. Like, oh my God, that's such a, I got to get it.
I think there is someone who surgically had one implanted. There is someone.
Does
there must be someone out there that was crazy enough to ask for an plastic surgeon, crazy enough to say, yeah, I'm going to do it.
Meet the three-boobed woman. Yeah, it's a real thing.
Oh, what?
I had a follow-up story. There you go.
There it is. Meet the three-boobed woman. Here's the photo. Oh my God. What? She really did do it. Jasmine Trudell spent $20,000 to get a third breast in order to follow her dream of getting her own MTV show. Oh my God. That's so depressing.
It was to get a TV show on MTV.
Why didn't I record this episode? I'll have to cut this one.
This is old,
too
right?
funny.
I remember this.
A woman spent $20,000 on surgery to get a third breast, and her dream is to become a celebrity. Of course, Florida.
Is this a brunette you're looking at?
Yeah. The Florida massage therapist who calls herself Jasmine Tridevil. Thank you. How did I miss that? Tridevil claims she had the surgery a few months ago. It was really hard finding someone that would do it. Because they're breaking the code of ethics. Jesus. I called like 50 or 60 doctors. Nobody wanted to do it. Last month, she posted a YouTube video of herself in a bikini while Radiohead's Creep played in the background. What? No.
Wow.
Okay, I don't want to hear the song because I'll get demonetized. But yeah, this is a real thing. She's
It says right
and
here.
she has
though,
like these custom 3-breasted bikinis also already. That's weird.
Like, does she stitch that herself to make that bikini?
I don't know.
Stephanie's look of shock is just priceless right
I don't.
Her mouth has not closed since she saw that shit. And it's moving.
Now, this has me wondering if someone was willing to do that, were they able to do like Kung Pao Enter the Fist with the single boob?
Well, here, hold on. Let's finish the story, Don. Here we go. I'm not trying to laugh at her. God forbid. Tridevil said her extra breasts felt like her other breasts. The only difference is the nipple, which she had to get tattooed on. So she doesn't have she didn't like get a real nipple. I don't know how you'd even do that. You have to like get a transplant of a real nipple. The 21-year-old saved up for 2 years so she could have the surgery and is also paying for a film crew to follow her around. My whole dream is to get this show on MTV. I'm dumping every penny I have into this. If this doesn't work, I'm through. Tridevil said that while she wants fame and fortune, this was not why she had the surgery. I got it because I wanted to make myself unattractive to men. I wanted to make myself unattractive to men because I don't want to date anymore. God, this woman is fascinating. Can we track her down, Damien, and do a new interview? Because this was a long time ago. She has been filmed telling her parents about the third boob, and they were not happy. My mom ran out the door. She won't talk to me. She won't let my sister talk to me. My dad, he isn't really happy. Yeah, I bet. He's kind of ashamed, but he accepted it. While some have criticized Tridevil for chasing fame, others have described her as beautiful and commented that she reminds them of the girl from Total Recall. I love boobs. You have 3. What's not to like? We all love that girl in Total Recall. Now you're the real deal, said one follower on her Facebook page. So yeah, guys, what do you think?
I think Stephanie's still in shock. I want to hear your reaction. You still want that surgery? Still feeling it out?
Dude, sorry, whatever. But she had that video I played 6 million views. Holy moly. From 2014.
I mean, well, here's how I look at it. I mean, there's over years people have done cosmetic surgery. There's people with horns. They got their tongue split, and they do all sorts of things. I would say more power to you. I wouldn't advise doing any kind of cosmetic surgery for fame. But that's my personal opinion.
She's on YouTube. Yeah, she has her whole channel, and she still has them. There they are.
Wait, like any new videos?
Yeah, she posted one in October of last
videos.
year. She did one for last year, Halloween, and there they are. And so for 5 years, she's now trying to be a YouTuber. Her views are not what they used to be. She does have a GoFundMe, which is now not there anymore. Wow, this is fat. Damien, we got to track this person down and do a follow-up.
Absolutely.
Your story took us down a very, very weird wormhole.
Wow.
So there you go. Well, what do you guys think? Should we follow the story up, or is this just crazy?
Sure.
Lewis is like,
Yeah,
please
let's do
bring
it.
me on that one.
I mean, that's going to be a
First of all,
fascinating interview.
All of her tops have to be practically made custom. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so already her wardrobe budget, she has to support that.
Well, I mean, can't she get like one really big sports bra, just straps across?
Yeah, I mean, sure, you could also use duct tape, but that's the defeats the purpose.
I got one for you, Andy. After you guys are done with this one.
I'm sorry.
Wanna know?
What? I'm sorry. She wants a third breast implant. I don't. I'm so sorry. Well, anyway, what was you saying, Lewis? I'm like, what is happening?
After this one, look up Filipino Superman. This guy has spent millions of dollars almost trying to look like Superman. He's from the Philippines. He's willing to talk, except he only speaks Tagalog.
I think I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I may have seen him.
He came to the States. He wanted one more operation on his rib to take it out to get the six-pack, and the doctor said, hell no.
Yeah.
But he looked, yeah.
I can't
Filipino
find it.
Superman.
Can you link me somewhere?
Let me get him.
James Tyler wants to know why she doesn't date anymore. Why did she want to?
Oh, there I found him.
You found him?
That's the next
Wow.
question we've got to ask her.
Herbert Chavez.
Yeah, there he is. I'm trying to find a better picture. I mean, yeah.
Similar to this lady right here. Yes, about the plastic surgery and everything.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to look like Superman. That reminds me of Christopher Dennis, who passed away.
Christopher Dennis, yes.
Hollywood Boulevard Superman. We interviewed him on Screen Junkies. We probably were meaner than we need to be, but he always had fun with it. Yeah, I mean, he probably would have done this if he could afford it to do it too. His collection was wild. But yeah, dude, they go. Yeah, I mean, people do it, man. People want to be like, they want to be famous.
That's his original look right there on the bottom.
Yeah, well, good for him, man. There he is. Hold on, I'm trying to open it. Well, it's not loading. I mean, he does look. He does. I mean, he doesn't look like crazy to me. Like, the surgery was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, but look-
I mean the butt chin and everything like that. He's got it works
Yeah,
out.
I mean, he looks handsome. Doesn't look like it's like a complete monster from like botched plastic surgery.
Yeah, he paid a lot of money for that.
I've seen people who've tried to like look like people, and it doesn't actually look good. So, people should.
Well, from a few years ago, the Octomom lady wanted to look like who's that star?
Angelina Jolie.
Wanted to look like Angelina Jolie. Yes.
There's several people who've wanted to look like her and have tried to do it. Yeah, I mean, look, we went down a strange wormhole. Well, there you go. Three breasts do exist.
Superman.
Virginia, there is a three-breasted woman. It's not who thought Santa Claus wasn't real. I'm still sort of weird. I want to follow up that question. I want to put her on Hugging the Cactus. Let's have a real. She must have, because she's not famous, right? So it's like, does she regret it? Like, I want to have a real talk with that woman. You know what I mean? Like, is she still excited about it? Does that now it like defines her no matter what she does? Like,
Did she ever rekindle the stuff with her family?
Yeah, like I have so many questions. I have no weird perv questions for her. Like, I'm all fascinated with like the psychological behind stuff behind it all. So I want to see if we can talk to her. Maybe we'll have her show up on one of these streams. We'll see if she wants to be famous. You'd think she'd want to show up and talk more about her stuff. So let's find out. Steph's like, no.
I'm traumatized right now.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Hey, to each their own. Three breasts, they're real. There you go. Let's wrap up our show. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's fun. What time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna bail on Twitch tonight. Oh, I was gonna show. Should I show this? Should I show the tease of what I just showed you guys? Should we get some feedback on it, or should I just drop it tomorrow?
I thought it was hilarious. So
enjoyed
if you
it.
want to,
Should I just save it then for everyone to see it tomorrow officially, or?
Well, tease it. At least tease it. Hey guys, Andy's about to drop something hilarious tomorong.
Andy's about to. There you go. I would feel weird saying that to myself, but Damien and Don found it amusing, so there you go. I'm trying a new bit. Do I have it here? Hold on. I do have it here. Here we go. Oh, can you see that? So this is called the woke version. So I just made Die Hard the woke version. It's not playing though. Why isn't it playing? Hold on. I'm gonna try that again. Bear with me. I don't know why it didn't play.
It's Christmas Eve. It's the holidays in Los
Oh, why did it stop? Stop. No.
McLean.
Hold on. Now it's not funny. Try it. Here we go. Try one more time.
It's Christmas Eve. It's the holidays in Los Angeles.
California.
And New York cop John McClane. And LA cop John McClane. And Minneapolis cop John McClane. And female cop Joan McClane. LA cop Al Powell.
I shot a kid.
Oh, jeez, like walking through a minefield. And Doctor.
There you go. You get a tease. So I'm still editing it, but I wanted to show them to make sure. Was this funny at all? I don't know. Tell me if you guys think. Get it? It's like movies can't happen anymore, guys, because we're just gotten so PC that nothing's correct. Why would they make good cop movies anymore? Cops aren't good. There's a lot of stuff happening in the world, so I thought I would try and make that little joke. So I'm going to try and drop that tomorrow. Stay tuned for the first version of my experiment, the woke version. More to it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for those of you guys who did send some support. Okay, good. Now that the delay happened, they're laughing. I feel better. I was like, oh, so much silence. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back next week for more stuff. I may try and do a stream this weekend to make up, or at least a Twitch stream. So stay tuned. We'll hang out some more since I didn't do it tonight. Good. All right, everyone's liking that. Good. So I'll make sure I finish that up and drop that tomorrow. So stay tuned, get excited, and share it when it's up, and watch everything you can. Thank you guys for tuning in. Lewis, are you going out tonight? Are you going to be on?
Yeah, I'll be on Nerd Report at 9:00.
In an hour or so.
And then also I'll be updating everyone with the Nuke the Fridge demonetization situation. I just want to say thank you for everyone's support. Basically, that's all I can do.
Yeah, keep your head up, man. Let's make it happen. I don't know what the F YouTube's doing to him. It's completely full of S.
Stefania started the Free the Fridge hashtag. That's awesome. You started that, right, Stefania?
She did.
Yes,
that was awesome.
I brainstormed a little bit with Nuff Said, so he helped bring it together with me. But yeah.
Good.
And I just tweeted it out. Nuff Said 666.
Oh, okay. Yeah, awesome. Tell him to say thank you.
I will do.
Nice work. She's been supporting. I'm glad to see it out there. We got your back. Whatever we got to do, people. I don't know if anybody knows anybody at YouTube. They don't seem to care. So let's get them to care for Lewis because he didn't steal anything. It happened. You showed me John Campia just got dinged for literally having a Sonic picture in his stream.
Oh, can I give you one more story?
Yeah, quickly go.
That same studio deleted one of my videos a long time ago where they asked me to cover the red carpet. I interviewed an actor.
Paramount? You don't want to say
I interviewed the actor, and there was a poster in the background of their movie, and I got a copyright strike a few months ago. I ignored it. This was like almost a year ago. Today, that studio calls me and goes, "Where's your coverage for that movie? I don't see it on your site. We're trying to make a portfolio." It's like, what the hell? You guys struck it down.
Did you tell them that?
Yes, I sent them the email.
And what'd they say?
I got no answer yet. But
you should
that's
follow up
already
on
in
that.
the past,
You should follow up on that because you can finally catch them in the act. That's brilliant. Be like, I still have the footage. Say, hey, I have the footage, but I need someone there to f and talk to me. How do we stop you guys from doing? Who's doing it?
So you're interviewing someone. The poster of the movies in the background, copyright strike.
Yeah, crazy.
After being invited to do that,
I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's wild. YouTube is there's no rhyme or reason. And now Twitch is doing the same thing. Have you kept talking to their support reps?
Over at YouTube?
Yeah.
I talked to them twice. It's like talking to a wall. I'll try tonight again. I'm deleting videos that have anything or any. I don't know what to do. I may end up deleting every video just to get the channel back up. I don't know.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, it's a channel I use strictly for studio stuff. It's a studio request. Like, hey, could you post this or interview this person? I do it there. So it's all within rules. Everything I've had permission for or been requested to do, So with the other guy, the Campia guy, he all he had was an image of Sonic. He was talking over it. And if you look at the YouTube Creator Studio, they actually say we encourage you to talk over footage of movies and stuff like that. That's within the rules, but then they give you a copyright strike.
Yeah, it's beyond me. I mean, because I saw when you shared that Campy thing, I was shocked. But yeah, the kid, because I think he still did he ever get that resolved? I don't know. He's off Twitter.
I don't know. I mean, I don't like to talk to him because he didn't come up. He's not going to come up to our defense if we get demonetized.
No, he never does. But at the same time, it's an example of I don't like YouTube hitting on anybody. So I'm always curious. Is that still a thing? But for he was debating whether he should file a strike. He should totally risk it because it's enough. But that's the one thing we all have to unite on, or we're all dead in the water. If we don't have our back on that, then we're just dead. So
correct.
I don't care if it's my enemy. I'll have anybody's back if they're getting screwed over by YouTube, just because it's not cool. It's not okay anymore. Like, this is our livelihood, and we got to do it. And I know it's like support's down for a lot of channels just because it's everyone's struggling. So we need our revenue at least, and the algorithm and stuff. And so when they start cutting revenue and cutting channel videos, and it's what are we doing this for? Why would we be here to keep doing this if we're not getting the support to keep it going? We can't afford to. We got people to feed. So yeah, it sucks, man. I got your back. Let me know. I would keep talking to the reps as much as you can. Keep streaming. Let's get the word out. Luckily, Nerd Report is, so people can go support you there, thank God. And yeah, we'll figure it out hopefully. But going around the bend, Damien, excited to see your movie tomorrow night. That's gonna be awesome. The Other Side. So stay tuned, guys. If you haven't subscribed over to The Other Side, you should. It's in I think it's down the links. It's on the channel. Friends. Same with Nerd Tots over for Adon. And Steph, it's always good to have you staying up late, joining us. So fun. And your reaction to the 3 breasts was just hilarious tonight. So that was worth the price of admission alone. And obviously go support Nerd Report. Anybody else want to add anything before we wrap this up?
Dude, always love coming on here. The chat's been fun. They've been making a lot of great suggestions. Shout outs to all the people that come in here and support, man. This is how we do it. Love seeing you again, Lewis.
Yeah, love seeing you, man. Congratulations on the movie coming out tomorrow.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
If you want to talk about it, I'll give you the link right after this.
Cool.
Yeah, love it. And Stu, if you guys want to watch more, you can go head on over to Lewis's stream in about 45 minutes. Head over there. Yeah. He'll be streaming longer too if you guys want to keep talking to people. But thanks so much for everybody. We will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.